Hey guys, it's Demo. I'm here to continue my series of Journey from 1 matchmaking rating. I know it's been a while since my last video, but I wanted to play a bunch of games and get a lot of different games to view, rather than just doing it as I went along. I wanted to play a bunch of games at once and then go back and analyze them. And this is a game that I just played a few moments ago, and I felt it was a really good example of what to do if you're in a really bad situation as an offlane. So in this game, I random Nightstalker. Now, as you can see in my items, I started with 1 set of tangos, a orb of venom, and 2 slippers of agility. And by the way, before I forget, this game, currently this account is rated at 2,500 rating right now, so I feel this game is a good representation of what your average skill Dota game is. So anyways, for my starting build, I was going to buy a PMS at the side shop once I got the gold for it. I don't think you necessarily always need to buy 2 sets of regional Nightstalker. This is because he has higher than normal regeneration. As you can see here, I have 3.1 health per second, which is actually pretty darn good. If I didn't random, I probably would have started with Tango, maybe a Salve, and a Stout Shield, and a Mango as well. I really like to build at least 1 Mango at the start on heroes that already have higher amounts of health regeneration, because it feels like if they already have high amounts of health regeneration, then I will be less inclined to use Tangos, even more so than if I'm a hero that has lower than average regeneration. I'm not sure the best way to explain that, but if it makes sense, because I don't necessarily need to be using Tangos all the time anyways, if I build a Mango on them, it might benefit them a little more. Also, Nightstalker in particular benefits a lot from Mangoes, because early game, a lot of your damage comes from Void, which has a very good damage for the amount of mana it needs. And having that Mango to pop to get the last Void off on somebody to kill them is extremely useful. Now this game, I am solo offlane. I thought I was going to be solo offlane against the Troll and the Coddle. That's why I'm rushing a Poor Man Shield here, so I'll be able to sustain their harass. However, as you'll see here, I had a little surprise in the offlane. I'm actually against a Axon lane. Keeper was there also, but he kind of just walks in and out of lane. He doesn't do a whole lot. He sits there and channels blasting me a couple times and then leaves and does a pull or 2 maybe. So he's not really too relevant here. But so I come to the lane, I see there's an Axe, and then the first thing I'm going to do is consider, okay, this lane's actually worse for me than a Troll lane, because at least in the Troll lane I can get a farm at level 1, even if they have a Coddle. The fact that I have an Axe now means 2 things. First of all, it means I can't go close to this wave, because he's just going to right-click me, the creeps will attack him, and then he's going to proc his counter helix and do 75 pure damage to me, which is still a lot even early on. The second thing is that it's going to deny me access to the side shop, meaning that I am not going to be able to get my PMS anytime soon here. I'm going to have to use my team's courier. So in the first few minutes, I'm going to have to be really careful about tanking creeps. I'm not going to be standing in range for Axe to attack me, but if he pushes hard enough and I have to tank the creeps, I will be taking a lot of damage because of my lack of a shield. My main goal in this lane is just to simply get experience. Gold is nice, but it's ultimately not necessary, because as a Nightstalker, if you hit level 2, by the first night, you're going to be able to do pretty well, just because you can actually gank the mid lane with your Hunter in the night, because you'll move really fast. Even if you don't have boots, you'll move pretty respectably fast. And if you have level 3, then you've got a 160 damage Void, which is fantastic, honestly. And if you're even higher level than that, then you know you can just cause absolute havoc in the other lanes, or even in the offlane itself. Again, I'm just playing really safe here. I'm making a note not to tank the creep aggro if I can avoid it. Coddle unfortunately got me with a decent blast charge here, But due to my passive regeneration, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be able to heal up a decent amount of it here, as long as I don't get hit by it again in another short period. Now, again, I'm dragging the creeps back past my tower. Even though Axe technically can't counter helix me under tower, I still don't want to be tanking those creeps, so that's why I keep dragging them this way. And now, even when I see the Axe, he's right-clicking me, he's trying to draw a creep aggro to himself, so that the creeps will let him spin off them, and which will push the wave and harass me if I get close. So again, I'm just making sure to stay out of the range of his counter helix when possible, and getting the last hits that I can. And here I did a little bit of a mistake. I should have been a little bit closer to these creeps, because now they keep going down the lane. If creeps go past the tower that's vulnerable in the lane, they will keep going down that lane until they reach the Ancient and stand there, and they won't do anything else. And these melee creeps, they're only like 40 experience each, but it's still enough to where I want to make sure I'm not losing them. Because like I said, experience is your #1 priority. And I'm just staying in range here to make sure I get these creeps. And then once I do that, I'm immediately going to start moving up to my tower again. At this point, I do get my boots and PMS soon, but I probably should have already picked up my PMS by now. I didn't really want to hog the courier at this point. I wanted to make sure mid and safe lane got what they needed first, because I wasn't in any danger of dying up here. But having my PMS a little bit earlier would have definitely helped a lot against tanking these creeps. It's currently 2 minutes in, and I'm level 3, which is definitely a win for me. This guy is definitely, he's pushing the lane too much right now. He's making a pretty big mistake, because there's no need to keep cutting the wave at this point. Like, what he should be doing is he should be taking the creeps. Whenever the creeps come here, he should take them, and then he should immediately go over to this jungle camp and take this jungle camp. I know he had a jungle troll, but the jungle troll should ideally be over here in this area, farming these camps. I mean, not that you should run the jungle troll in the first place, but you know, you have to make do with what you're handed in life, right? So there's no need to push creeps this far, because I'm going to have my PMS brought to me very soon, and even then I have a high regeneration, so it's not like it's a complete disaster for me to be tanking these creeps and losing last hits under tower. It's not like let's say if the Axe was in the off lane, one reason why you might cut creeps here is because if the carry has to last hit under tower, then it's going to be much harder for them to get the last hits. On the other hand, as a Nightstalker, I don't care about the last hits too much. I just want to make sure that I get my boots by the first 4 minutes, so I have them when night comes, and I have as many levels as possible. That's my only concern. And as we're going to see, when this hits the first night, these guys are going to wish they zoned me harder, rather than just cutting the wave and doing nothing else. Because see, the Axe is literally just sitting here, and I still have 3 tangos on me. So it's not I can still tank quite a bit of damage here. It's really no bad thing for me to tank the creeps here. And I have the tower to help me as well. And honestly, I'm sitting at 10 last hits in the first 3 minutes, and as a Nightstalker, that's pretty good. Like, it's not amazing or anything, but it's definitely good enough, I think. And now I got my boots coming to me along with the PMS. Boots are going to be crucial here in the first night, as you will see. And the PMS is going to help a lot against defending these creeps. Again, here, so in your average 2K pub, your team is probably not going to, how do you say, they won't upgrade the courier usually within the first 7 minutes or so. Usually after like the 7 or 8 minutes they'll upgrade it, but not before then. So I wanted to make sure the Axe did not get the courier, so that's why I walked all the way back to my tier 2 over here. I didn't want him to attack the creep. If he had attacked it once, it would be fine, but if he attacked it twice, it would definitely be dead. And now I'm bringing this creep up to my tower here, so I can make sure I get all the experience possible. I can't kill this creep by myself, so I'm just going to drag it up here so I can get the experience from all the creeps, not missing any. Last thing on a tower is I think everyone should learn. It's a bit of a tangent here, but as a general rule of thumb, if you have above 80 damage, you let the tower hit the ranged creep twice, and then you can hit it once, and that will be the last hit. If you have less than 80, you'll generally have to hit the ranged creep once, let the tower hit it twice, and then you hit it once to the last hit. And melees are the same, except they are with 5 hits. So 5 tower hits in between either 2 hits or 1 hit from your hero. I'd recommend you guys go ahead and try in the lobby sometime. It's very useful to learn, just so you have the skill when the situations arise like this. Because you will be last hitting on a tower for a good portion of the game, even if necessarily you aren't like having your lane pulled or an axe cutting your lane. So anyways, it's the first night, 4 minutes in, and here comes the downside of the lane cutting axe. So if we look at axe, we notice he's rushing Vanguard. He's not getting boots, although honestly that wouldn't even matter at this point. Even if he had boots, the keeper was still screwed. I take a look at the lane, I see, hey, it's nighttime, axe is over here, keeper's over here. Keeper hasn't used Mana Leak yet, so he probably doesn't have it. And if he does, I can just stand there and wait it out anyways, so not a big deal. And he'll have to use 160 of his mana, even if he did. So I say, hey, Axe, if you just want to sit there and tank creeps, that's fine. I'm just going to go and kill your support. And that's exactly what I do here. I just run towards the Coddle, and I just keep hitting him. He has 1 base armor, so it's pretty trivial for me to just kill him now, at this point. And now, I've got my phase boots. And if you get your phase boots at the very beginning of the first night, then you're going to have a very good game as Nightstalker, at least in the early game. Because they are a massive increase to your damage early. Like, I still can't kill the axe, but I don't necessarily need to. I'm just going to end up killing the Coddle over and over. Doesn't even matter. See, look. It's going to happen here again. I just walk up to him, I hit Void, and I just attack him over and over. And because the axe is busy over here pulling creeps, even if the axe had boots and he would have to walk straight up through the tower. And if he did that, without any creeps to attack the tower for him, to tank the tower for him, then he would end up taking a large amount of damage, and then I might get a double kill, for instance. So he would have to walk all the way around here, over here into the river, or maybe like into the trees up here and then out this way. But he would still tank a couple of tower hits, but not quite as many. So that is the weakness of when heroes are cutting your lane like that. Like Axe is the best example. You just go past their lane and kill anyone that's there. And although this might not necessarily always be the case, let's say Axe was here by himself, I would just end up going ganking their jungle or just ganking their mid. Because there's not a whole lot of point in me staying here on the first night if Axe is just going to cut jungle creeps anyway. He can just sit there and tank creeps all day. If he takes the first tier 1 tower, then, you know, whatever. It's not the biggest deal in the world. If I get a couple of kills off of it, then it's definitely worth. And here is where the Axe is going to die, because he stuck around far too long, took too much tower damage. I used my Hunter in the Night flying to give me some vision, to cast Void. It's a very useful thing to do. I was actually a little worried here once I saw him buy the Vanguard, because if he has Vanguard and he got pretty lucky with his blocks, then he might have ended up getting away, or I might have ended up dying if like the Keeper or the Troll came. But thankfully I got the last hit there. Now I say, hey, Axe is gone. I don't see Keeper anywhere. So let's go through their jungle and see if I can find the troll. Because I knew the troll was jungling earlier because the Bloodseeker had vision of him in here when he was really low earlier. I couldn't go over here to gank him because the creeps were right next to me, so they would have seen it on their team. But now that I've already cleared out the creeps, I can just go straight this way and hopefully catch him off guard. And the fact that we have a Bloodseeker on our team means that he is not going to be able to evade me if he's low health and I get the Void off. So here, I just cast the Void on him and just start attacking him. Now you need to be a little bit careful around Troll in that whenever he uses his rolling axes, it's a 60% miss chance. And that's a very strong miss chance, and it's the same chance at all levels. The only thing that changes about the miss is the duration. 4 seconds is already pretty generous. So in a lot of cases this game, you'll see where I'll like use Void on the Troll, and I will try to bait out the rolling axes. And if I can bait it out and avoid it, then I will go and start attacking him. But if it hits me, I'm just usually going to end up kiting him until I have Void off cooldown again, or the blind wears off. And once that's done, my mid told me that, hey, Dragon Knight's coming your way. So I just used my flight to get over here. The Nightstalker's new flight ability is really great, and it helps you a lot in initiating ganks or getting away from kills, getting out once you kill people, and also if you just need some flying vision but you don't have Ags yet. I go back to lane. I got Urn in this game. I think the new Urn is actually much better on Nightstalker. So it now gives you 2 of all attributes and 2 armor. I think that's actually a little better. While the 6th strength from before was great, you benefit from all the attributes very nicely. The strength is the same as before, gives you some damage and some health. The agility is okay, it's not a whole lot, but it's a little bit of tiny bit of attack speed and armor. And the intelligence is also nice because it gives you 24 extra mana. It doesn't sound so much, but it's a decent increase with your low maximum mana pool anyways. But the biggest change is the mana regen. So it got changed from a 50% bonus to a flat 1 mana regen at all times, and that's actually better for the majority of the game. You see, 1 mana regen, if you have no other mana regen items in your inventory, then the 1 mana regen is better than before, as long as you have less than 50 int. So at each 25 intelligence gives you 1 mana per second, okay? So before, with the old Urn, for the old Urn to give you 1 mana per second, you had to have at least 50 intelligence total, with your levels and all your bonuses. Right now you can see I'm level 7, and I only have 28 intelligence, so it's going to be a very long time before the old Urn would be better mana regeneration wise. And this one is giving me almost double the bonus of what I would have gotten before, because I only would have gotten like 0.6 mana per second or something here, because I just have barely over 25 right now. Urn's also really good for healing up after kills, and also dealing a little bit of extra damage in order to secure one. You'd be surprised how many kills that just barely get out of your hands as Nightstalker. They just get on that last sliver of health. Night's almost over, so I'm going to see if I can find one more kill before it's up. Just going through the jungle looking for anyone I can find. I'm not quite sure why I went here. I guess it was to protect the Wind Ranger. Thing is, though, because the Axe rushed his Vanguard, we can't actually kill him. Even though we have pretty good nukes, he's just about near invincible to physical damage right about now, because the Vanguard block is 70 damage with a 50% chance. See, when he blocks it, our attacks do barely any damage there. So there's really no point. At this point, I've got pretty little health and mana. I've got no Urn charges, so I just decided, well, I'll just use the rest of my nighttime and go back to base. Generally, you don't want to be going back to base if possible, but for Nightstalker, it's a little bit easier because you have such high movement speed in the night, and if it's close to the end of the night anyways, then sometimes I will just go ahead and run there for a quick refresh. It's going to be daytime now. I skipped leveling my ult so I would have a better nighttime. So because it's going to be daytime now, at level 8, I'm going to get darkness so I can start participating again. Because doing stuff as Nightstalker in the day is quite hard. You still have Void, which is a pretty powerful nuke still, even in the daytime. But you want to be fighting in the night as much as possible and trying to just farm in the day. Or if you have really good ganks by your allies in the day, you can participate in those as well. But you just want to always try to fight in the night if possible. And avoid fighting at daytime. Especially because your silence is pretty bad mischance-wise. And the mischance is going to be really important in this game against nearly all their heroes. It's really good against the Slark, the Dragon Knight, and the Troll Warlord too. Okay, now I have darkness, and yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and go middle. I think I'm going actually through the jungle first, just to see if I can find the troll somewhere. I don't end up finding him, so I wait mid a bit and I ping him. And now I'm just kind of I saw a troll here, and the power shot didn't reveal him, and I didn't see him over here, so he had to go this way, right? So I follow him this way. I saw a very short glimpse of him there. I'm pretty sure he didn't see me because darkness is still active, meaning he has only a vision range of 675. So I keep going, and I see him right here. Now, he definitely saw me there, but I thought, well, there's a chance that he did not actually see me, and that he just went to farm here, right? So I wait a second, I wait right here, and then I'm going to go up here real quickly and see if he's there. If he's there, I'm going to attempt for the kill. If not, I'm just going to leave and use my Hunter in the night to fly and get out if necessary. I'm waiting for him. What I'm doing here when I'm pausing, is I'm waiting for him to walk up to this camp with melee and start attacking it. That way, he's not going to see me coming up the bridge until it's too late. Because if we look at their fog, yeah, he doesn't even see me until I'm already up the bridge at this point. And so I use the Void on him, and he still has level 1 Whirling Axes, but again, the mischance is going to be brutal for me. What I should have done was I should have used Crippling Fear on him, so that he would not be able to use his Whirling Axes here. I was a little bit slow on using it though, and after he's used Whirling Axes, there's not a whole lot of point in doing it other than for the mischance. Again, here, I'm just buying time for my Void to come off cooldown. That way, I can just nuke him with it, and he has less than 300 health here, so he's nearly going to die from that alone. And then I just need to hit him with 1 or 2 right clicks to finish him off, especially because his melee Whirling Axe is going to be on cooldown. Just like that. And now, I see the Keepers this way and the Axes over here, and then Slark was down here earlier I saw on the map, so I just decided to go ahead and teleport out. Axe doesn't have a blink yet because he rushed Vanguard, and I don't think he has Tranquils yet either. Oh, no, he does have Tranquils. They're just in his backpack for some reason. So anyways, I was pretty sure the Axe wouldn't be able to come up to me fast enough to use his call, so I just decided to go ahead and TP out. There's no way they can stop it other than having the Axe use his call here. And that teleport definitely saved me because the Slark was walking right up here to this secret shop. And Dragon Knight was mid also, so there was no chance of him stunning me to kill me either. Just gonna go ahead and speed up here a little bit. Again, during the daytime, it's daytime, my ult is on cooldown, I'm just going to farm until either my ult is off cooldown or it's nighttime. So you might notice that I queued up something a little weird for my item build. So what I've been experimenting with on Nightstalker lately is the new Atos. So Atos was changed. The stats are a bit different now. It's worse for a lot of heroes, but it's also better for some heroes as well. One of the heroes it's significantly better on now is Nightstalker. So you get 20 versus 30 intelligence compared to before. 20 intelligence is enough for Nightstalker. That gives him 220 mana. And that's a pretty significant amount. That's definitely not enough for him to get by for a good portion of the game, especially if you also choose to go for the 300 mana talent. The 30 intelligence from before was a little bit overkill sometimes. And also the old one didn't give you any damage whatsoever. It just gave you intelligence and health. However, they changed it so that it gives a little bit less health than it used to. It used to give 350, but now it gives a 300 because of the 15 strength. However, because I'm a strength hero, that's going to do 15 damage as well. So overall, for Nightstalker, the most important part is that you're going to get 20 intelligence, 21 damage, 12 attack speed, and 6/7 armor. 6/7 of 1 point of armor on Nightstalker. And that combined is actually some very good stats for the cost and active when you consider them. Also, whenever you're using your Hunter in the Night active during the nighttime, your vision range is lowered to 1200 if you do not have Ags. So what that means is that if you Hunter in the night to see someone, like if Troll's in the trees over here and it's nighttime, I can use Hunter in the Night, and as long as he's within that vision range, I can use Atos because the range is 1100. So it's very close to the same range as your Hunter in the Night. And because Hunter in the Night only lasts for 2 seconds, sometimes you can lose track of people after you use it if they're trying to juke. And the Rod of Atos allows you to keep them in place so that they are not able to actually move anymore. It's also great in combination with your Silence. One of the downsides of Atos is that the projectile is pretty slow. You can some heroes can definitely use their abilities to disjoint it. For example, Storm Spirit and Ember Spirit. But whenever you combine this with Crippling Fear and Hunter in the Night, you have a lot of options you can use. You can either use Crippling Fear first, so that the hero can't use their abilities to get away, and then you can use Rod of Atos to keep them still, or you can use it at the end of the silence duration so that they're kept there for an additional couple of seconds, and they still can't escape. Or what you could do is, if you can use Hunter in the Night to jump over the trees, so to speak, and then use the Rod of Atos on them. And if you do that outside of their vision range, when you're behind a tree or something, they won't see it coming, and chances are they will not be able to dodge it. As another example. And also, finally, Darkness decreases the enemy's night vision to 675. And this includes all vision, including Slark's increased nighttime vision. So again, with the decreased vision range, if you use Rod of Atos on an enemy, they're going to have a much lower chance to dodge it because you are using it from a range that they cannot see. So they're only going to see it once that hits that 675 range, and it will be significantly harder for them to dodge it. In fact, for some heroes, it will be downright impossible when you consider the time for a normal human reaction and the time to actually push the button on your keyboard, and so on. So I just feel it's a pretty strong item for him right now. I think I could have considered rushing Ags first this game. There are a lot of games I don't like rushing Ags first, and the main reason for that is because it doesn't really improve your fighting power at all. It gives you really good vision, but sometimes you don't always need the vision immediately. In this game, I think I could have justified picking up a fast Ags just to counter the Slark. But I wanted to go in Atos first to see how it felt against a hero like that. I think that the Atos first this game was okay, but Ags may still have been better. So right now, it's very close to night. I'm going to have my ult soon in 12 seconds, so I'm waiting to see if the troll sticks around here. I'm just going to wait, and I It's only 8 seconds left, so I will decide to go ahead and go up to him and pop the Void on him. I'm waiting to see if he's going to stick around for my darkness, and he actually is. So as soon as my darkness is up and he's over here, I immediately use it because I'm just going to chase him down now. And I just start diving past the tower because I have 11 armor. And let's go ahead and watch that again. Okay, so he runs. I know he ran this way because whenever I go over here, I know he's not over here because of the vision range. And when I look over here, I see the creeps are attacking him over here. They're attacking somebody, right? So I use my Hunter in the Night to give me the flying vision I need, and I see him right here. And that allows me to use my Void on him. Again, I should have used my Silence. I was trying to conserve my mana, but I should have just played it safe and just used it anyway. It's only 50 mana, which really is not that bad. The urn really helped there. It helped me get the last bit of damage off before I would have gotten screwed by the evasion. Otherwise, I might have had a much harder time ending up killing him. Urn deals 150 pure, which is pretty good, even though it's only over 8 seconds. Right now, I'm just kind of farming this while I'm waiting for my creeps to do more damage to the tower. And let's see if I end up killing him again. I might. I have 11 armor at this point, so if I need to tower dive him, I definitely can with no worries. I'm very close to my Atos here. With the Keeper looking pretty close here, I saw the Keeper over here, so I'm trying to play it a little bit safe and just get the farming down now. Especially because the Troll just decided to retreat anyway. He didn't walk forward. Okay, now I have my Atos. That's going to give me a significant mana boost, while also increasing my damage. And here, I did exactly what I was talking about before. I used Crippling Fear on the Troll, so we can't use his Whirling Axis quite yet. And there, again, Void is where the majority of my damage is coming from at this point in the game. So I just need to keep track of him so I can get that last Void off, kill him. Let's go ahead and skip forward a little bit more. Right now I'm just kind of scouting for my team to see if the enemy is trying to defend this tower. They're not, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to the next lane while my allies take it. Now I do get ganked here, and I almost die. But thankfully, because I'm Nightstalker, I have the ability to just get out of there. So I'm just going to run through the Ancients and use my flying to get out. And there's nothing they can do to stop me there. Unfortunately, the Keeper is still level 4, so he didn't have any way to stop me. He could have had Mana Leak there, but that would probably not be a very wise choice to have this game, because it would leave him quite weak for these engagements at this low of a level. So I'm being a little bit careful here about how I engage the axe. That's why I just use my abilities and not really attacking him. Also, he is a Vanguard, so I don't want to make the mistake of being too eager and overdiving this. Thankfully, our Wind Ranger was on point with the Shackles this game, so we were able to cancel his TP. Otherwise, he would have gotten out. Now, the Slark is attacking my allies here, but I'm not going to be able to really do anything against the Slark because I know he has not used his ult yet, so he's going to use it soon. So I figure, screw the Slark. I'm just going to go over here, past the tower, and kill their Keeper of the Light. I haven't seen him use Mana Leak once this game, so that's pretty safe to do, and I don't need anybody else to help me while I kill him. So I go past the tower, If I didn't see him over here, I probably would have used my Hunter in the Night to get flying vision. And then if I saw him over here, then I would dive accordingly. Important thing to note is that Rod of Atos actually will not cancel channeling. So keep that in mind. That's why I'm not saving it when I go on heroes like this. If they have a teleport, there's just no point, because they'll continue to teleport regardless. So I tell my team, hey guys, I have an urn. Let's go ahead and keep pushing this tower. I can heal all of us up. And we are going to get this tower pretty shortly. Let's go ahead and rewind there a bit. So the axe jumps on here, and what I did was I saw that the troll was pushing bottom, and all my allies were already over here attacking this tower, and I knew they were probably going to be safe because the keeper's over here. So the only ones that are going to fight up here are the Dragon Knight, the axe, and possibly the Slark. I'm not worried about the Slark because he has like absolutely no farm. The Dragon Knight has an armlet, but he still can't put out that much damage. The axe is arguably the most dangerous, but my team can handle him alone if he's not with too many allies. So I look down here, I see the troll has phase boots and a morbid mask, so he's basically food for me at this point. I just teleport bottom. Important, I teleport right behind the trees over here so the troll doesn't see me. And then once the guy walks a little closer, I'm going to use ult. As soon as he walked in vision range, I used ult, and I'm going to chase him. And again, once I lose sight of him, I saw him cut the tree over here, so I thought he was over here. But I just used my Hunter in the Night active so I can get closer faster. And at this point, he's just kind of screwed. There's a case to be made that I should have just used Void here to deal more damage. Because I don't care about the mischance too much. I just want to make sure that it's not delaying me killing him while his allies are nearby. But I don't need to worry about his allies in this game because they're all either dead or other places, so I can just kill him with impunity right now. See, he doesn't even get anywhere near close to killing me. And that's the good thing about Nightstalker, because you have a rather strong amount of armor for a strength hero. And the Slark, so Slark can't do anything to you as a Nightstalker if you have Crippling Fear on him, and he's already used his Pact. So I saw him use his Pact earlier, so I decided, well, I'm just going to silence him and walk up to him and start hitting him, and see what happens here. Their troll is dead and their axe is dead, and their Dragon Knight's up here. So the only one that could come over here and help him is the Keeper of the Light. And he's still mid, but even if the Keeper was here, there was not anything really he can really do, honestly. Other than maybe mana leak me, but even then they're not going to kill me. So I just start attacking the Slark here, just to see what he'll do. He just keeps attacking me through the mischance. And now he's going to die for it. He's going to pay. And what I did right there was, using Hunter in the Night doesn't break the trees until you land. So if the Slark leashes you, and you're right next to a tree, you can just fly over the tree. And as long as he can't pass through the trees between them, you're safe. I probably would have lived there regardless, but it was nice to have. And then, thankfully, we had a Bloodseeker, so the Slark could not get out of vision to heal, which is pretty nice. Go ahead and speed that up a little bit. I'm just kind of wandering around now. I'm looking for a kill since I have darkness up. I could be farming right now, but with their team being so weak, I feel like I can really just control the map now. Even if I don't necessarily get a kill on them, I can definitely stop them from farming, just like I did there with the Dragon Knight. And I'm not scared of the sacks at all, because, again, I'm just going to go ahead and fly over the trees anyway. It's not a big deal. They have no way of killing me outside of a 4 or 5 hero commitment, and even then it's going to be a very hard task, especially because I can just fly over the trees anytime I want. I saw them coming for us in ward vision there, so I decided to back up. Even though it will be hard for them to kill me, I don't want to risk giving them that chance, that opportunity. I'm going to get Ags next, again, to counter the Slark. It's extremely good against Slark, and it's going to be pretty much impossible for the Slark to play once I get an Ags and Gem, because not only will I have vision of him whenever he gets close, but also Bloodseeker's passive will stop him from regenerating as well. So this is probably one of the worst Slark games he's ever played in his entire life. Unfortunately for him. He's going to have a very bad time later. I probably should have gone for the mana this game, because the Keeper of the Light mana leak did end up giving me some issues later. It wasn't anything huge, but it was enough to be pretty annoying. And even though mana leak does take away a percentage of your mana, having more mana leaves you more mana to do things with, even if you are mana leaked, if that makes sense, because you still have a higher overall mana than you would before without it. Again, killing Slark there with the Atos is rather simple. Atos and Crippling Fear are great against him if he's already used his Purge. And when my allies start this fight, I see the trolls over here, and even though the troll doesn't really have much farm, I don't really want him to mess up this engagement for my team. So what I do is I silence the troll, and once he has Crippling Fear on him, he can effectively do almost nothing, because he's silenced. Troll relies very heavily on using Whirling Axes early to be able to fight opponents effectively. And secondly, the mischance is also going to be extremely annoying for him because the vast majority of his damage is to attacks. So effectively, he can't do any damage to either of us right now. And I'm just going to kite him and run away until my Void is back up again, or until the Wind Ranger kills him. And then I just follow him and use Void. And then silence the Slark. There's this 5K Nightstalker player, Demigod, and he said that playing Nightstalker is often a lot like playing Puck, where you evade the enemies and go in to attack their weak supports, or maybe if you catch their cores off guard and you're able to use Crippling Fear in a way that heavily debilitates them, and then you're able to kite them. You're able to fight them during Crippling Fear, but then when it's over, you just run back and kite them until it's back up, or you have another Void up. I think that's really applicable advice for almost any Nightstalker game. You can use that as a roamer or an offlane, doesn't really matter. And I can't remember which video he said that on, but if you do check out his channel, you will see him do it a lot. You'll see him play very similarly. That's where I got a lot of the Nightstalker playing I am using now. After Ags, I'm just going to buy a gem very quickly. They have 2 Shadowblade heroes on their team, and the gem is also going to enable us to deward the entire map, which will be pretty helpful. Again, because I have Ags, I'm able to just jump on any enemy I see and have my team follow up. And even though Nightstalker plays extremely well with a team that is with a team that plays around him, it's not necessarily required. A lot of the stuff I've done this game is just from me myself. Like, my eyes didn't all necessarily help every time a whole lot, and although when they do help, it's very good, and you'll see a lot of it happen later in the game as well if you choose to watch this. But again, I feel like Nightstalker is a great hero for pubs. even if you don't want to rely on your allies too much, just because you can get so much done if you play the hero really well. You can just absolutely take over games. And you can also fail really hard to them as well. Like, I've had my own share of games where I've roamed pretty badly or did pretty badly in the offlane, and then I don't do well because of it. But he's very rewarding to play, and I would recommend trying to fit him in your repertoire sometime. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and leave the video here for that. Hopefully this video will give you a better insight for what to do as a offlane if you're having a hard time. Like, most offlanes would probably have a hard time dealing with that if they needed farm. But as Nightstalker, you really don't need much. You just want a couple levels in boots during the first night in your set, and you can snowball off of that really, really hard. If you guys have any questions or I didn't explain something clearly, just leave a comment or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help explain it better for you. And if any of you would like, I am still doing replay commentaries. Just send me a match ID of the replay you'd like me to look at, and I can upload a replay review in the style of the ones I already have on my channel.